Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. It is Local Chat.
That's what I told him. I said they got to cut them loose. They haven't done shit for years. That's what I told Mr. Sony. Get rid of them. Thank Christ. Sorry, did we start already?
Yeah, we're just kidding. Don't worry, no one caught that. God, I wish you were muted during that. Folks, I'm your host, Will Crosby. Ian Gibson joining me live from the Sony firing of Blue Point Studios. This episode, we're going to break down why they deserved it and why their families should be executed. Ian Gibson, first point.
Did you know that movie Up in the Air was about me? Yeah, the Anna Kendrick character. It was based on me. It's a good movie. I should rewatch that.
It is a really good movie. It's got great side boob in it, but it's not the actress. It's a stand-in. I did learn that later on.
Oh, never mind. I don't need to rewatch it then.
It actually doesn't have a great side boob in it, but I remember telling someone back in my church-going days that I saw that movie, and one of the kids was like...
So at church, you're like, hey, saw some great side boob in a movie yesterday.
No, I mentioned I saw
voice.
Up in the Air, and the kid was like, there's side boob in that. You're not allowed to watch that. I'm like, what?
Jesus. Oh my God.
You mean the blurry out of frame shot? Yes, I guess that is side boob.
Oh my God.
Folks, we're here to talk about video games. We're here to talk about all things fun and exciting. Any chit chat? I didn't write anything down. We did have our entire Blue Point discussion pre-stream, which is great.
If you want to hear our Blue Point hot takes, join the community Discord, honestly, because we've got some good discussion in there. Do you want an update on the bathroom? Because I have a little bit of an update today.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Bathroom remodel. Folks, it's very close to done. Here's what's done. Done recently. Floor tile is done. Wallpaper is done. Baseboard trim is done and caulked, but I haven't painted it yet. And the reason why, I also made the picture frames that are going to go on the wall. I have custom picture frames. But I was in the bathroom yesterday and I was looking at the toilet, or where the toilet goes, right? And there's a toilet hole in the floor where your poop goes. And then there's a water valve coming out of the wall where the water goes. You know, you connect to that and that goes to the toilet. And I was looking at the water valve and I was like, man, that valve is sticking like 6 inches away from the wall. And then I was looking at it and I was like, man, that valve is only like 4 inches off the center line of the toilet flange, which is the hole in the floor. And then I was like, man, I bought a big toilet. Like my old toilet was small. My new one's bigger. And long story short, I realized that after the wallpaper's done and everything, I'm going to have to cut like a 10-inch wide by 3-inch tall hole in the wall to shift the fucking toilet valve like 9 inches to the left, because whoever fucking installed it, like basically put it so it's poking into the back of any normal fucking toilet. I just happened to have a smaller than normal toilet there before. And I'm a little mad at myself I didn't catch it. But it also is one of those things where I was like, oh, the toilet's going to go in towards the very end. I don't have to think about it too much. And I checked other parts of it. And I knew it would be fine. But now I'm like, so I got to cut a fucking hole in the drywall and the wallpaper, do some plumbing, turn the water off, do the plumbing, turn the water back on, make sure it doesn't leak, and then patch the drywall and then patch the wallpaper. And it's so close to the end and everything's going really, really well. And it's just the little things at the end of the project that start to fuck you over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I did Tool Talk. Can I get a Tim the Toolman Taylor noise? I did get to use, remember how I bought a table saw like 6 months ago? And there was really just one reason I needed that table saw, which I finally got to, which is, okay, so you have a door, and then you know how there's always like a piece of wood trim around the door. So anyways, because of the way the bathroom is set up, it's a little fucked up. So when the tub got put in, there was an inch gap between the tub and the wall. So I had to pad the wall out a full inch. And then because of that and where the tile goes, basically the left-hand side of the door is like 3/4 of an inch wide. So I can't put a full 2.5-inch piece of trim, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was I had to take a piece of trim that is 3/4 of an inch thick by 2.5 inches wide, and I had to rip it twice on the table saw, so it got down to like 3/4 of an inch wide by like 5/8 of an inch thick. This like 8-foot piece, and it was like a delicate operation, but I did it. So I have this piece of trim that is now like 25% its normal size, and it went in there, and it went in there perfectly. So
hell yeah.
the other thing that happened to make me feel really nice about the bathroom is I know all the mistakes in the bathroom. So every time I go in there, I go, oh, it looks good. And then I go, oh, there's that fucking tile. There's that fucking paint. You know, I see the mistakes immediately because I know them. Maggie doesn't give a shit. So once a month, she goes in the bathroom and she's like, it's not done yet, huh? And then
her
she
monthly
leaves.
Bowel movement.
Well, she's upset
they have
because
a
we have
second
to share the
bathroom,
same.
everyone.
we have to share the same toilet right now, and she's upset, claiming that I'm the one that's ruining the toilet, but she's the one destroying the toilet lately, and then she just gets to blame it on me.
You getting big log clogs?
Yeah. From Maggie, yeah. But my parents came over. They hadn't been over in a couple months, and they came over to drop something off, and they were like, can we see the bathroom? And so they walked in the bathroom, and they were like, oh my God. They were like, this wallpaper, like it picks up the color. And they were like, oh, your tile looks so clean and good. And I was like, it felt so good to have somebody walk in this project that I've been working on for almost 8 fucking months now and have somebody walk in and just be like, oh my God, this looks really, really good. And like my parents, they've done DIY before, so they're not just, blowing smoke up my ass. And I was like, it felt really good. So the bathroom's almost done. I have decided I'm going to have a bathroom party when it's done where I'm going to have a house party and invite my whole family over and be like, here's the bathroom. And I'm tempted to get like a cake shaped like a toilet or something.
That's a really good
just
idea.
To have some fun. I'll send you an invite. You can come on down. Now you can visit again now that I have a guest bathroom or will have a guest bathroom. So
yeah, that'll be perfect. I'm happy for your bathroom. Yeah. I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to do all my bodily functions in it. I'm gonna do every single one like in order.
It's a fucking space age toilet. It looks crazy weird.
I called it a Toho the other day, which is the Godzilla company. Is it Toto? It's Toto, right?
Yeah, it's Toto. It's not Toto because the problem is Toto toilets are very nice, but they're like, I looked them up, they're like $2,500 to $3,000.
Yeah, they're expensive.
But what I did find is, I don't know if this is an American or a European company that makes toilets that basically have all the same features, but I only paid $550 for mine. So it's got the same look. The only thing I didn't do was it has an automatic flush. I didn't get the automatic seat raise because that bathroom's so small that like you step out of the shower, it'll raise the toilet, like it would go off all the time.
Yeah.
But it has like full bidet, everything. It's tankless. So it's like all the same height and it uses like a powered vortex flush.
That's
like,
cool.
It's literally like electrical powered flush. Yeah. It's supposed to be really good. I'm excited, and it just looks awesome. It's a very cool looking toilet, so I'm excited to install that. So yeah, that's my tit chat. Bathroom's going.
Speaking of bidets, I went on a board game weekend with some friends. Chris and Vic of Save Data, as well as a friend from the cruise, and we went to Amish country, Lancaster, and that the connecting.
Did you do any
here,
Amish things?
The connecting thing here, no, we didn't do any Amish things. Saw a lot of Amish people and a lot of Amish people driving on the road, and you have to go around them and all that sort of stuff, which is crazy. And most of the weekend was, do Amish know about 9/11? Or like, do Amish do this? Or do Amish do
Amish
that?
country is, I've been to Amish country like 3 or 4 times, and it's just weird because, there are Amish there, and there's like 1 or 2. It's not that it's only 2 places, but it's like, yeah, you could go to this farm and they take you on a horse ride, but it's not like there's a bunch of Amish things to do. It's not like a theme park. It's just, hey, there's people who happen to live in this place, but it's a pretty part of Pennsylvania. We talked about this a couple years ago, a while ago, which is, I'm going to bring it up because you may, I'm going to get there. I believe it's Battlefield 3 has a multiplayer map that takes place in Amish country, and it's based off of a specific intersection at a highway. And we talked about it previously because I went to a wedding and I took the turn off that highway, and I was like, why does this seem so familiar? I've never been here before. And then I looked it up, and it was like, oh yeah, this was in a Battlefield map. So you may have driven down that same Battlefield map road.
I didn't play 3, so but if I had
3 or 4,
definitely didn't play 4. When they went back as an aside, after Bad Company 2 and they went back to regular Battlefield in Battlefield 3, I didn't like it as much. Like it wasn't all destruction, was all that stuff. But yeah, my connecting thought, which I never got to, was there was no bidet there. Which why would there be a bidet in an Airbnb? But it made me realize how savages live.
Now you got to slum it.
Where it's like I've wiped twice now. I still feel awful.
You got to keep going.
You can only wipe twice legally, so I can't keep going.
No. No, see, that's the problem is like we're getting into this. I was clogging the toilet a lot before the bidet because I kept wiping. I was like, I'm going to wipe till it's clean, and then there would be a lot of toilet paper and it would clog the toilet.
Till the red goes away.
No, till you see red. That's when you know you've wiped enough. But yeah, the other thing is heated seat, because our bidet has a heated seat. So now when I sit down on a toilet and it's like a cold seat, it's like oh yeah. Toilets are normally like this. Yeah. But honestly, the best thing about the bidet, the best thing is the actual bidet spray. The second best thing is ours has a deodorizer. Like it has a little like fan that runs in a charcoal pack. Ooh. It actually fucking works. It actually works. It cuts down on the smell a lot. And wait, that's a really cool feature.
Is that an attachable one on your toilet?
Yeah.
Can you send that to me? Because Karen and I have been talking about upgrading. And
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you how much it was. It may be a little bit more now, but they always recommend the Toho ones. And there's a base one for like 200 or 250, which is good. But then the one that we spent like 300 on. But the reason why is because it comes with the heated seat, the deodorizer. Like it has all those extras where you're like, they're actually extras you want. And then the crazy thing is, so that's the one that goes on top of a normal toilet. My brand new toilet, which is like has all those features plus the electric flush and it looks really good and everything, was only $550.
Damn.
So the crazy thing is like, if people are thinking about getting a bidet, if they're homeowners, I'm almost like, look, it's $300 for the good bidet that goes on top, but honestly, if you want to just replace the whole fucking toilet, you may want to consider that as well. So yeah, I'll send you the link to the one that I have. It's really good.
But anyways, board games. We got there Friday night, or sorry, not Friday night. We got there Saturday afternoon. Stopped at a couple markets and stuff like that. I picked up some like meat sticks, some Landjager. If people are familiar with meat sticks, and some spicy like these little spicy salamis that were really good.
How is that how is a meat stick different from beef jerky stick / or a just like a cold sausage?
It's kind of like it's how like you can have a Slim Jim, you can have a salami, you can have a kielbasa. Like it's the different textures of it. So like the spicy sticks actually they look like they're more like Slim Jims. So it's kind of a somewhat harder outside and that soft inside where all like the meat is. Versus a Landjager, which are my personal favorite, is basically halfway between beef jerky and a Slim Jim, where it's thick, it's got more chew on it, it's more like a sausage inside, and it's not soft, it's all chewy and stuff. And then you get like they gave me this kielbasa that was stuffed with provolone, and it's just that's way too soft, and I don't like that. And then beef jerky's beef jerky.
Yeah.
I did buy some beef jerky that was way too dry, and I was quite disappointed with it. But
it wasn't Bucky's beef jerky.
It wasn't Bucky's. Or my favorite beef jerky in the world is my friend back home makes. It is really good. But and Karen bought some Amish butter cheese, and it's basically just like really good cheese that has such a buttery flavor to it. So it's like this really buttery, heavy, like cheddar-y cheese that is quite good.
It's good.
But yeah, we got to the Airbnb and we played board games. We played some CDSK, which is that how well do you know 1 to 10 X question game that I told you about. I don't know if you were. It must have been you. I don't talk to anyone else.
Yes.
And that was super fun. We had a good time going around, and you would be like, you'd say your number, get that question, and then we would read the 10 on every single one, and then they would get a chance to answer, and then
Ooh.
everyone would get a chance to answer. And
That's
that was a fun way to
interesting.
play the
Yeah.
game, because you were like, because then you could kind of gauge the scale on stuff. So we played that. The second day we played Twilight Imperium. We played Twilight Imperium for like 10 hours and then stopped because we were
How far did you get?
We were like probably another 5 or 6 hours away from finishing.
Because you had 5 people.
We had 5 people. It was 3 people's first time ever playing. Karen and I hadn't played for a while. See that. But it, of course, when it ended, we're like, hey, if we play this again, we could get through it. But it's just because it's been so long. But it went really well.
And I do think part of it, I think part of it is, I know you guys play board games a lot, but part of it is also that game really benefits from people whose play style is think about your turn before you take your turn, as opposed to, I mean, I'm not saying one's better than the other, but that game, especially if you wait until your turn to think about it, then turns are going to take way longer, you know. So it's,
which we were definitely doing at the beginning, and it was getting better. Yeah. And then Chris kept making fun of everyone for taking long turns, and I was like, I get it, but also on your turn, you're like doing really quick things, and on other people's turns, they're doing combat, which takes forever. So it was a fun time.
Yeah, combat does take forever.
Chris was in the lead when we stopped. I was about to get like 3 more victory points. So I think Chris would have won because that fucker wins everything. Because he comes up with a plan and always sticks with it, which is super annoying, and I'm terrible at strategy type board games. But it was a fun time.
That's where you got, the next step is pay close attention to what he's doing, figure out his plan, then deliberately fuck it. That's the next step. Yeah.
It helped too. I found, I didn't print them out because I forgot, but I found a PDF of strategies for all of like base 1-page sheet strategies.
Oh, yes.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Like, what's your race about? What's all the good stuff? And I sent it to everyone, and we were all following basically what it was telling us to do, which was fun. Vic, instead of trying to win the game, decided to just research as much as possible, and we're all like, okay, you can do that, which turned into a blow-up moment when I took a planet that Vic wanted, and she just started screaming. It was hilarious. It was very good.
I just looked it up. There is no update, but I am very, very excited for TI4 Digital. We do have to have an all-day stream for that. It's going to cut the time in half at least, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because people are still gonna think, but all the like, check the rules. What am I doing here?
It's going to remember to do things for you. It's going to not let you do things you can't do, because in a real world you can do things you can't do. But I can't accidentally spend a strategy token on something that I can't in a video game. You know. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. So then after that, we played some Ransom Notes, which is a fun game where you get just a bunch of words, you get a prompt, and then you use the words you have, you stick them on a magnet thing. You know, like those poetry fridge magnet little words they used to have. So you do that and make funny words and phrases and stuff, which is a good time. Flip 7, which was a new game that Karen bought. We watched Smosh play it.
That one's supposed to be very good.
Yeah, Flip 7's very good. We didn't get to Moose Master. God, what else did we play? I can't quite remember, but it was a great weekend. And we hit up Shady Maple Smorgasborg on the way out, which was this like $30 a person giant buffet. I think it's the second largest buffet in the country. And it was okay. It was okay.
Oh,
it wasn't
behind
amazing.
Caesar's Palace. In Vegas.
I think it's Bellagio. I think Bellagio's number 1.
Bellagio's a bigger one?
Yeah.
God, can I just... Apparently those buffets cost like $70 or $80 a person now, which is wild to me, because we used to live in Yuma, Arizona in the late 90s, and it was a 5-hour drive to Vegas. But we would do it because it was easy, and it was family centric back then. Not that it's not now, but that was like the family centric push. Mm-hmm. So you get a hotel room for like $40 a night. And then the buffets were like $10 a person, but there were always coupons to drop it to $5 a person. And we would just eat the buffets all weekend and do like a 2 or 3 nights. And it was great. And I haven't been back to Vegas since 2012. I do want to go back, but I think I'm going to hate it because of how much all that stuff is just stupid expensive now. And those Vegas buffets used to be so good and so cheap. It was amazing.
Yeah, Vegas is. As someone who's there, I was there last year. It's okay. It's very much okay.
It's a place.
I mean, I don't gamble, so.
Yeah, or party. I don't think you party either.
I party. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Or drink heavily in public, I should say. You don't go spend lots of money at bars, you know. Yeah. So it's like
exactly. Yeah, that's board game. Sorry, that's chat section. I'm at a dilemma. I have to pee, but there's no one for you to talk to while I'm peeing.
I go pee and I'll talk about Mugenics because I can get the stream up to catch. So folks, we're going to talk about some games we've been playing. I'm going to start with Mugenics while Will is tinkling. We played it on Tuesday, 2 days ago for Tuesday. So if you really want an in-depth look at it, go check it out. Mugenics is from the creator of Binding of Isaac. I never really played a whole lot of Binding of Isaac, but it got a reputation as being like a crazy big long game. One of those things that on its face looks like a simple loop, but it turns out there's actually a lot of variety in the loot tables and items. And then as you equip those, you start to get crazy combos and access to different areas and things like that. Mugenics is a turn-based roguelike where you have cats. You can assign the cats collars to give them a class, and then you can take up to 4 cats on an adventure, and they go through kind of like a roguelike map where they are going through battles, but then also, you know, random chance encounters to get items or accidentally get debuffs and things like that. What makes it really, really good, though, is that the combat is very good. The combat is very simple and easy. It's a very small grid. I think it's like a 10 by 10 grid, something like that. And there's probably, I want to say 5 or 6 battles per area. One of them is a mid boss, one of them is the final boss. But there's so much variety in the abilities that you get, in the passives that you get, in the weapons and items that you can equip that modify it, and how they start to play with each other. And it just makes the game, and it makes it very, very good tactically. Because it's not to shit on other games, but it's Into the Breach is a good game, but Into the Breach can be pretty simple at times because of, you know, you have kind of a limited set in terms of these are my abilities and maybe I'll get an upgrade or not, you know, whereas in this, you're constantly getting upgrade. At the end of every battle, you get one of your cats levels up, and most of the time that gives them a new skill or ability or passive. Other times this may just give them a stat boost. You're also picking up items that will give you crazy stuff and crazy things to go off of. There's different types of arenas, different types of enemies, and it just, no 2 runs are the same. No 2 battles are the same. And it just feels very, very good as a tactics game. Like you're just like, yeah, one more battle. It's just really good. But it also feels perfectly balanced in terms of difficulty. And Will, I was trying to like get that across to you because you kept saying like, oh, I don't know if I could handle this right now. But it is the most pick up and play tactics game. And it's definitely the first 15 to 20 hours. There's not really that much difficulty in the game per se. At least it doesn't feel like there's hard skill checks until you get to you know, the graveyard end boss and some of the other ones. But that's like, you got to get like, you know, through several runs to get to those 2-3 area deep things to get to those bosses, and then it becomes a skill check. Up to that point, like you can fuck up, you can make mistakes, you can have a bad build, but you can still pull off wins and everything. And even if you lose and you die, you get some of those items back, and your dead bodies go towards something, you know, or you've gained a little bit of like personal experience in terms of what you did wrong. So it's very, very good. Did you ever play Binding of Isaac, Will?
The tiniest bit. Yes.
The tiniest bit. Yeah, same here. This feels really good because Binding of Isaac just wasn't, I don't think I was into those types of games at the time. Kind of the top down. It's not really a twin stick shooter, but it's like a top down. What is that style called?
It's not a bullet hell, but you have like 1 health. Yeah. It reminds me of like Enter the Gungeon a little bit.
Yeah, it's very similar to Enter the Gungeon.
Dungeon crawler almost?
But
I guess it is a roguelike.
Like a 1-stick shooter? Actually, yeah, 1-stick shooter's not a bad way to describe it.
Yeah, but I guess. It's like Zelda dungeons.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I wasn't quite into that at the time. I've thought about going back to it, but having basically what is essentially the same game in terms of like depth and variety and look and craziness to it, but in a tactics game has really grabbed me. I think I've got like 25, 26 hours into it now. Just to give you guys an example of some of the like crazy tactical combos that can happen. I had a run today where basically I had a cat that was a mage, okay? And they had a skill, and the skill cost 3 mana, and it did 1 damage. So it was a spell, it did 1 damage, and it cost 3 mana to cast it. But it said, hey, if you kill an enemy with this spell, you get 5 mana back. So you spend 3 mana, do 1 damage. If it kills them, you get 5 back. And it was really good at this final boss fight because I was fighting this big bad boss. It was a big spider, and every time you hit the spider, it would spawn a little spiderling. And a spiderling only has 2 health, but it'll run around the map and like bite you for 3 and then explode itself. So they're just like really annoying ads that keep getting popped. And what I realized the strategy was by the end of it was that we would hit the spider a lot. The spider would spawn like 8 spiderlings. And then I would take this guy, this mage, and I would start with like 12 mana. And I would just like spend 3 mana, hurt a spiderling, spend 3 mana, kill that spiderling, get 5 back, get 5 mana back. So it's basically costing me 1 mana to kill each spiderling. And then I would just go around and kill all of them. And then my last spell was a freeze cube, where I would use a freeze to turn the boss into a block of ice, which was good because this boss likes to disappear for several rounds and then pop up and then disappear. It couldn't disappear because I kept freezing it. So I would freeze it. It would go to the spider's turn. All they could do was unfreeze, and then the rest of my team just walloped on them. It spawned a bunch of spiderlings to go back to my mage. My mage would go around, clean up all the spiderlings, freeze the boss, and then just rinse and fucking repeat. And it's just all these crazy combos like that you end up in, and it's really, really good. The other thing, I don't think we talked about it too much on Tuesday, is the music. Very, very good. The music is very, very good. Each area has its own theme, and that theme is kind of playing the whole time. But then when you get to the boss fight, they add lyrics to that theme. So all of a sudden it's like, I'm eating rats, da da da. And you're just like, whoa, you know, and that song's just stuck in my head for the last week. Yeah, it's really, really good, folks. If you're into tactics games, you know what? No, fuck you. This is the Bellatra of this year. Everybody has to play this game. It's just very, very good. My only qualms with it are just like some minor quality of life, like UI UX, like, oh, I wish it showed this. I wish I could, scroll through my cats or sort my cats in a list as opposed to having to click them or tab through them or do just weird little things that are not complete blockers. They don't ruin the game, but they are just little quality of life things that are little annoyances. But other than that, game's fantastic. I haven't burned out of it yet. I don't think I'm going to finish it because it's like fucking 100 hours, I'm like 26 hours in. I think I'm at 13% complete. But yeah, it's very, very good. Everybody should be playing some eugenics. You're going to pick it up. We talked about it. You're going to pick it up immediately, right? You've already started playing it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll probably pick it up eventually.
I will say,
if it goes on sale.
This is going to suck you off. So you need to be prepared to dedicate a time block. So if it's not now, you gotta pick like a 2-week period of your life where you're like, now's the time. You have travel coming up or anything, you could grab it and put it on the Steam Deck. It's only on Steam right now, but I believe they are going to put it on. They did announce they're working on console versions, so it would be great on consoles. Yeah, it's very, very good. Highly recommend. Mugenics. What
aside from cats, any other animals you've been playing as?
Yeah, frogs. It's wild. It's been so long since we've had a normal local chat that I haven't talked about big hops on here. I'll just go ahead and say it. Look, Mugenics is a GOTY contender. It's a nominee. Big Hops is a GOTY nominee as well. This may be my favorite 3D platformer ever. It's not perfect, but it kind of just like Mugenics, it's doing a lot of interesting new stuff. So one of the main things that it does, this is a 3D platformer, very similar to like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Odyssey, that type of game. The way the story is structured is that basically you're in an area. You start out in like a tutorial area, And then you go to these linear sections where you're doing platforming, but it's more linear and it's like a little storytelling beat. And then they drop you into an open world. The open world is not necessarily fully open world. Like there's side stuff and there's side things you can do, but there is a main story that is going to take you through that world. And there's 3 worlds in the game total, is my understanding. The platforming feels very, very good. It feels very, very good just to be jumping, and you can do a jump. You could do a jump dive and then hit the ground and slide. You can get charms for your backpack that are like skill updates. So like, oh, your backpack's bigger, you can carry more stuff. Or the one that I got is like, hey, there's less friction when you slide, so I go faster when I do the jump. Yeah, it just feels really good to jump around the whole time. The key mechanic that the game does is they have all these little fruits and veggies and nuts around, and each of those spawns a specific mechanic, which is a kind of weird thing to say, but sorry, it's been a couple weeks since I played this, but as an example, there's like an acorn nut, and if you grab that acorn, you can store those in your backpack if you want, and you can take it out and you can throw it. And when you throw it, whatever surface it hits, it immediately grows like a bamboo vine, like 30 feet tall. So you're like, oh, and the game does a great job of teaching this. You're like, oh, I need to get up on that cliff. I'm going to throw a vine at the ground here, and that's going to grow this vine. And then I can climb the vine to the top of the vine, jump over to the cliff edge, grab it, and I'm going to start climbing, and I'll get to the top before my stamina drops, because it also has like Breath of the Wild stamina as well. So it's adding all this stuff in, and there's like, I swear there's like a dozen different type of fruit. Some of them are cooler than others. Like there's one where it's just a rope, so you throw it at a surface and it shoots a horizontal rope right across from it, so you can like throw it across a gap, and then you can get on the rope and like a tight rope. And you're carrying this stuff in your backpack. So kind of like Mugenics, you get to this point where there have been multiple times in areas where they're like, hey, there's a bunch of berries here. You should probably use this type of berry to get up there. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't like that type of berry, because I throw it and it bounces around, and then I have to like catch it on the bounce and fly and I'm like, yeah, what if I just pull out this bamboo vine one that I have from like 3 hours earlier, throw it on the ground and use that to get over the obstacle. So you can just cheese stuff. And it's great because not all the berry mechanics are great, but they fully let you cheese it. And it's got a great sense of humor. It's got a lot of really interesting areas, a lot of cool platforming. I have not finished the game though.
Why not? Too hard?
Folks, I would say fuck you. That's fair. I would say, guys, maybe sit on this game for another 4 or 5 months. I am at the end of the 3rd area, which I believe is the final area, and the game keeps crashing in a specific sequence that I have to go through.
So it is too hard.
And so no, it just crashes. It crashed like 6 times, and I know that because I played it and it crashed. I played it, it crashed, and I went to bed and I'm like, all right, let me try it tomorrow. Played it, it crashed. And like it's crashing at different parts, but it's all in the same sequence. So I'm literally like, I'm going to put this on the shelf. Maybe I'll come back in a couple months and finish it, but I'm like 85-90% of the way done with the story basically. So it's very good. I would just say, hey, maybe they're releasing patches. They're aware of issues and they're fixing them. I don't know if they fixed that issue in particular, but that was a 100% repro crash that I was hitting, and I can't get around it. So maybe just sit on it for a bit and then come back to it. But it's just the way that the reason why it's my favorite 3D platformer is feels great, very charming, gives you a lot of flexibility with the mechanics. And because of that, it's got like the perfect level of difficulty where like there are tough platforming sections, but it checkpoints you pretty well. So even if you fall, you're typically only like 3 or 4 platforming actions back, and then you can try it again. Gotcha. And even if you're really struggling with that, you can always pull stuff out of your backpack and just say, fuck this area, and cheese it and get through it, which I've done several times. Yeah, it's just very, very good. Big hops. Highly recommend it if you like platformers, especially 3D platformers. That's literally all I've been playing. It's two fantastic games. Highly recommend. Big hops and Mugenics.
Great. Sorry, excuse me for sneezing. My nose has been super itchy, and I don't think it's from all the cocaine I've been doing. I don't know what it's from.
There is like a pollen. There's like a pollen alert.
I realized I have my door shut and I still have a lit candle in here. Maybe I'm dying. I also have 2 lamps on over here that are like hot. It's so hot in here. What's wrong with me? Am I okay?
I don't know.
I'm a little red too, but I honestly think it's I didn't change the color temperature back after.
That's what's making you sneeze?
No, I think why I look a little red. Other than being chock full of blood. Speaking of being chock full of shit, I'll do some quick hits here. First, Eco. This is a long time ago, but I made sure to write it down. I played through Eco. One of these days, it was a day during the snowstorm. I said, for some reason, someone reminded me of the PlayStation 3, and so I picked up my PlayStation 3, or got it out of storage, brought it downstairs, plugged it into my 4K television, and I've been playing PlayStation 3 games ever since. I mentioned this to you on one of those streams, and I need to check it again, but it just feels like every time I've plugged my Xbox 360 into something, it like runs really slowly and is a little glitchy, and it still runs games, but it takes a couple seconds, and the whole thing feels like I'm using like Windows 98 or something. Versus the PlayStation 3 is just running great, plays games great, and is good. So yeah, I'm playing PlayStation 3 games. I played through Eco, which took about 5 hours on a Saturday.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is Eco bad? Because my understanding is that Shadows of the Colossus is amazing. Everybody was excited for Eco, and then it was just a fucking what's it called? One of those types of games where you have to guide somebody the whole time.
Oh, escort mission?
Yeah, that's just a really bad, annoying escort mission game.
I mean, it is an escort mission game. I don't think it's annoying or bad. It's okay. Certainly, I think the annoying and bad thing people express is that you basically need to keep the person with you the entire time. It's when you think, oh, I can leave her here and go off and do something, and then she gets captured, that you get annoyed at the game. That's
annoying, yeah.
And so it's like, there's definitely sequences where you can leave her, and there's sequences where you can't, but overall, it's not like a constant, you're being attacked and you have to protect her and stuff. It's a lot of like one round of beating up some enemies and then puzzle solving, then some beating up enemies, then a couple more puzzles. It's not a constant keeping a person with you and making sure they're okay and that sort of thing.
Is it, what about, because the main problem with escort stuff is literally the walking. Like, are they walking the same speed? Are they walking too fast? Are they walking too slow? Like, how is
they're fine. You
just
hold their
having
hand.
them follow you?
So you can run around and call for them, and they'll come over to you, or you just hold their hand and run with them, which is what I do the entire time because it's so cute. It is a very cute game.
That's very cute.
Everything is cute about this game, and I highly recommend it to people to play. It's just I don't know, well made and tight. It's like I said, it took me 5.5 hours to get through the whole thing, and I've played it once before, but it's not like I remembered puzzle solutions. And it's just a nice, cute little story, awesome world. This goes for all of is it Studio Japan Studio, all of their games. You just feel tiny. They like do such a good job of making huge environments that you just are small in.
Yes.
And it's really, really fun.
Are you going to play The Last Guardian next?
I have already played The Last Guardian. I don't think I actually beat it 100%.
I don't think you need to. I did out of boredom. But that game is... That's the reason why I don't want to play Eco, is because Last Guardian, I was frustrated with that fucking cat. And that has made me wary of anything escort in the future because of the frustrations I was feeling with that fucking cat in The Last Guardian.
Yeah, I guess I might be more tolerant of it, but yeah, I didn't finish Last Guardian. I remember getting pretty far. I mean, and I almost called it Stonehenge. Shadow of the Colossus is a great game, which doesn't have escort in it, but I'm gonna play that remake the Blue Point remake of that next, because I've played the original, so I was like, oh, I'll just play the remake next.
I think I played the first boss of Shadow of the Colossus like 7 or 8 years ago. Or maybe not even that far back. And I think it was the Blue Point, because there's no way I played it on the original.
PlayStation 3, 2 or 3.
Wasn't that or was that no? That was a PS2 game, wasn't it?
It is, but the way I'm playing it is Blue Point made a collection for PS3. That's what.
They made a PS3. Oh, I thought it was a PS.
And then they remade it for PS4. The PS4 one's a remake.
So I must have played the PS4 version then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to play that. And then after I played Eco, I played through God of War 1, a game I've never played. And this was somewhat based off of Carl coming on a while ago and saying God of War 1's really good. And I was like, oh. Like, for some reason, I thought the old God of War games...
Can we get some clarity? Which God of War are you talking about here?
2005, God of War 1.
Okay. I know, but but then you mentioned Carl, but Carl was talking about...
But he was talking about God of War, and then was talking about God of War. I would say God of War 4,
for clarity, that's all.
If I meant the 2018 God
yes,
of War.
I would too. I would say the bad one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to be wrong.
Remake. The soy of war. Soy boy of war. Being a dad is gay. Didn't you know that? Although, but he's a bad father. Isn't that MAGA to be a bad father?
Oh, God.
I'm confused now.
What's going on here?
I've lost track.
2005's God of War, David Jaffe's God of War, is really good. It's a fantastic video game. I don't hesitate. I proudly proclaim it a 10 out of 10. It was awesome. I had an enjoyable time the entire way through. Who knew he wasn't a God of War until the end of the game? I didn't know that.
Wow. Those games always looked so much fun. I did not have PlayStations when they came out, so
yeah, same.
I think I'm going to go back and play them. It's just not to bring up the news, but hearing that they are remaking the original trilogy. I know we talked about this a little bit, but you just played the first one. Like, does it need to be remade, or does it just need the Mass Effect treatment where it's like, hey, textures and controls a little bit and like little quality of life touches, and it's good from there?
So I'm admittedly not playing the PlayStation 2 version. I'm playing the HD remaster God of War Saga collection for the PlayStation 3.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know how much they've changed other than HD textures, because it looks fantastic on my TV. Other than pre-rendered cutscenes, they look like low-res dog shit. I mean, they look good. They're just super low-res. It's very funny. So like, it looks really good. It plays really well. The only thing I think you would add is maybe like checkpointing instead of saving.
Yes,
because you're saving a lot.
That would be good.
But other than that, I'm hoping the remakes are more of a remake or a complete redoing of the game rather than a straight up like HD remastering, like up-resing it and stuff like that. Because I think there's a lot of levels you could probably redesign for a more modern age, make things a little bit more clear. I still want the same fighting style. I like the Ninja Gaiden action RPG stuff. I don't want modern. I like modern God of War, but I don't want that in this game. I want and I'm afraid they're gonna do that. I'd bet on them probably doing that, which sucks. But I think like a reskin and everything.
I think we talked about Oblivion when it came out. The Oblivion remastered, right? Oblivion.
That's the problem. It's called a remake, and it doesn't make sense.
But it's a remaster.
It's a remaster.
And we came with this. We agreed on this because it's the underlying original code, but outputting to new graphics, and that's what they should be doing with this God of War. Maybe a little bit of tweaks there, like you said, with the save system and whatever.
Exactly.
But it should feel the same, but look modern. Yeah, and I think that's what they should be doing with this. Yeah, should be a true remaster. And
if they can't get that working that way somehow, I hope they rebuilt the game up based on the original game.
Yeah. In my mind, that's still for me, that still counts as a remaster if you're just literally porting the code over.
I agree.
You know. Yeah.
So it was super fun. I played about 15 minutes of God of War 2, and then I went, shit, no, I'm breaking my rule.
You're doing it.
I'm not allowed to play the next game. So I stopped, and then I went to another game I had previously started the first 15 minutes of after finishing a game, which is Splinter Cell 2 Pandora Tomorrow.
And, you wrote Pandora Tomorrow here.
Yeah.
And Frontiers of Pandora is the Avatar game. That's what I thought you were going to talk about.
That's incredible.
Because I think that's on Game Pass now.
So I played through Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow on the Xbox Series X using backwards compatibility. And Splinter Cell is just so good. I took so many clips. There's so much attention to detail. In the last level, you're at an airport, and this truck pulls in. You have to get in the back of the truck to get into LAX. And just, they animated the truck like going forward, like changing gear, going forward again, and like moving up into the parking spot, where in like any other game they would have just been like
skating on ice.
Yeah, and it was, and there's like projectors and curtains and just so much cool stuff. There's one section that takes place in Jerusalem, and I had Karen come in because they just had people speaking Hebrew as background stuff, and she was translating their conversations, which is like, are you going in after the curfew tonight? It's like how they were saying things, but in Hebrew. So that was quite funny. But overall, super fun game. I didn't do it. I didn't even boot it up, but I'm very excited for Splinter Cell 3 Chaos Theory, because that is a game I've played. My brother played it a lot, and I think I've played the first mission before, but I've never like played through that game, and so I'm very much looking forward to that.
I want Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter back. That was such a special, unique game, and there really isn't anything like it. Because remember, it was like very HUD based, and you had like drones, and it was all like, we're gonna tag stuff and an AR.
Play that? Probably.
I want to say, I think I saw something saying. I mean, there's probably backdoor ways, but I think it's down.
Yes, I do remember that. Oh man, I should play a Ghost Recon now. I hate you. We still need to play that Rainbow Six Vegas.
Well, you know what we should play? I've heard people say it's actually very, very good, especially with patches and some mods now, is the latest Ghost Recon Badlands. That's the second in the reboot
John
they did.
Bernthal one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very good.
Breakpoint?
I feel like Breakpoint.
Wildlands is the first one.
Yeah, and that one had promise, but it was iffy. But this one apparently is pretty good.
My Alexander texted me being like, "Hey, how do I play games with you guys now?" And I was like,
hell yeah.
Basically, you want a computer, but they're a little expensive right now.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to spend under 500, and I was like, that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, get a Steam Deck.
Yeah,
but he's gonna work it out. I did not know Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 6 online or 5 online, the legacy or the new enhanced version of it aren't crossplay anymore. Like none of them are crossplay. It's the GTA Legacy that is crossplay.
That's crossplay.
And I was kind of pissed off about that because he has an Xbox One X.
I think I know why. Because there aren't enhanced Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5s, aren't there?
I mean, sorry,
there's not.
The regular Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't crossplay, or the enhanced GTA 5. The enhanced GTA 5, I get. I just always thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was crossplay.
Well, no, but that came out before crossplay got.
Yeah, that's true.
Became the norm.
I forget about that.
You know, yeah.
Quick hits. I'm slowly playing Viewfinder because it was free.
You don't have to, buddy.
It's not very good. It's got that really cool mechanic.
If I may, it's good, but the problem is there's too much narration. That complaint was 100% valid. But the other problem is that it's doing the thing where it's like, oh, we have a cool little puzzle mechanic and we're going to iterate on it. But the problem is there's a billion of those games now. You know, it's not doing enough to differentiate itself from all those other games. And so it's just good. That's it.
Yeah, the problem is I get into a level, I go, I love the photo thing. Here's half of a puzzle, and then I get it. Like, it's not iterating enough at all. It's just like,
yes,
here's the one thing you do, you're done. Hey, here's the one thing, like, and the level I just went into, now they introduced the terrain that, like, you can't put a picture over, but even that is like, hey, here's how you do the level, and it's like, I don't know if there's challenge levels later on or something, but it's not like The Witness, where it's like, okay, I need everything I've learned from all of these levels for this next area. It's not that.
Can we do a video game confessional real quick?
Sure.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 6 months since my last confession.
That's true.
I am guilty of wrath towards those who, when Viewfinder came out, there were plenty of people, including guests on this podcast, who were like, Viewfinder's great. You got to play it. It's a great game. And I feel angry towards those people because I wish they had better taste. Like, don't fucking lie like that. It's not a great game. It's just one of those, and it's not even that good of one of those.
Listen, Ian, simpletons need games too.
I know.
No, I think the problem is,
what if they just weren't so? Just don't be a simpleton, you know? Like, that's
I think
that's
the thing
my sin is that I know I'm being mean here, but at the same time, it's like, give better taste, man.
I'm
Hold yourself to higher standards.
I'm gonna give a little benefit of a doubt. I think the people who are very much into I'm not saying these are bad games, but the like mouth washing and the storytelling and the like, that sort of like listening to things and reading through things like that puzzle game is just enough to be a puzzle game to get you to the next story stuff versus being a puzzle game.
I mean, what I remember, I think you played a little bit more than I have, but what I remember is that the story in Viewfinder is not that good and not that substantial. So I think you're giving too much credit to Viewfinder by comparing it to those other games.
I'm not giving the credit to Viewfinder. I'm giving the credit to the people who like those types of games where you're figuring out a world and like listening to like these emotional stories. And it does have a pretty decent story. Like the moment where they first like jack you out of the machine, like I didn't know that was a thing. And it felt like an Assassin's Creed 1 moment where you're like, wait, this isn't a medieval game. And they like put you back in, and they're losing connection. You can only talk to them on the phone. Like, and the cat.
It does feel like
stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. It feels like the solid 7 of puzzle games, where it's not doing anything terribly, it's not doing anything great. It's very mediocre and ho hum. It's just a 7 across the board. Yeah. And my sin is that I'm angry at anybody who claims it's more than that, and I shouldn't be angry about that, but I am. You know?
I think the novelty of the puzzle solving knocks it up to a theoretical 8. I think that's the big thing. It is the puzzle thing is very cool. It is fun every single time you do it, and it's cool to take pictures and mess with it and make it funny and stupid. That is a big draw. But when I get into the puzzle and I'm like, I can't, like all the puzzle solutions are still one step, and I'm 5 worlds into the game. I'm like, please let me do something. So that's Viewfinder. Another quick hit, Karen and I played the demo to Reanimal, which is the Little Nightmares people game. And that's super fun. It was like a half an hour demo, 45 minutes. The whole game is either co-op or you have a person like a NPC with you, but I don't think you have to mind them or escort them in any way. It's more like they're doing it on their own. And it's fun. It's not $40 fun. I think I'll grab it on a sale and play it with Karen sometime. But it is one of those games that you only need one copy of to play the online co-op, which is nice.
Is this a forced co-op?
No, I just said you can either play it co-op or it's just an NPC person with you.
But it is.
But you don't have to. Yeah, it's not a. You don't have to escort the person. I don't believe.
Yeah, that's tough though. That gives me hesitation from like a game design perspective. If somebody was like, "Yeah, you're making this game and it's 2-player, but it's okay. The second player can also be NPC," I would be like, we gotta make sure that NPC feels good, because if it don't, I'm fucking dropping that game. You know what I mean?
It's yeah. It would just be like simple like climbing up or direction stuff. It's the same with like what Resident Evil 5 was.
It's just like,
I
just
think
for the helper stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it feels better with two people, but yeah, you can't get too far away from each other and stuff like that. So it runs pretty well, but it's not like in It Takes Two where you're like going wildly off and doing.
Yeah, see that I would hate having an NPC because I would just be screaming.
Yeah, and I understand. Like that's why Haze Light makes you play with a second person. So that was fun. And then ones that aren't on here, I've now moved back to God of War 2, playing that, and that's fun. I'll talk about that more probably in 2 weeks. I was playing a bit of I was feeling Diablo. I wanted to play some Diablo, and I said, now's the time. Let's play some Diablo 2. And I played like
2.
like 3 or 4 hours of Diablo 2 Resurrected this past week. And then I uninstalled Diablo 2 because I don't feel like playing Diablo 2. It's
So it's not the game, it's you. Is what you're saying.
It's just
I get you. It's an itch you can't scratch. You try to scratch it and you're like, oh, that didn't actually scratch it. I don't know what the itch is anymore.
Yeah, the problem is I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like 3 and 4, but good. And it's not. It's like 1 but good.
Yeah. Because 3 and 4 are just bad. Sorry, that's too harsh, but
think of the way 3 and 4 play after like a World of Warcraft and stuff, where you have a hotbar with abilities and all. It's like Diablo 2, you can only have 1 or 2 things at a time, and you have to be switching between them with your F keys. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, it's either attack and 1 other ability, and there's just 2 slots you can assign everything to. And it's like, no, I want them. Like, I really like 3. I want the like running around, dodging into things, smashing into stuff and everything. So honestly, I think I might load up 4 on the Xbox and see how that sort of goes.
4's not terrible. But
I would go to 3, but I played 3 like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's I played it so much. It's not.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 was all like mission based, right? Where it was just like, oh, you're gonna load into this mission. And then you just have to like run across the map, and then you're done. And like, and it just felt like you were loading into corridors the whole time.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
guess
how
a little
3
bit.
was?
I don't think there was one cohesive world.
Yeah, and it's not that I necessarily needed that, but it's if you could at least be like like, oh, here's an area you can kind of go around a little bit in, or like a cave with like 3 or 4 branching paths. But what I remember of 3 in particular was like there's a mission where you're running across like the ramparts of a castle, and it was like literally just like an on rails Diablo, and it was like,
no, it's definitely much more varied. I mean, I think there were preset things, but yeah, it gets pretty like, I don't know if they're randomized dungeons, but pretty crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, like I played 1 during the pandemic, and I ended up using cheats because like 1 and 2 are designed to be like, I'm doing a run every day. I'm doing runs with friends. I'm getting the right gear and stuff. And at some point, it's like, I just want to play the fun game. And admittedly, I'm only level 12, which is nothing in Diablo 2. But I can see the next 7 to 10 hours in that game of me getting to the fun spot, and I just like don't feel like playing that. I would still.
I did try playing. I don't know if I talked about it. I did try playing when I got that itch last time, maybe last year. I did try playing Path of Exile for a couple of hours, but it didn't quite scratch that itch. Honestly, I just want another Torchlight. Like, just to, I need somebody. The nice thing about Torchlight, not that they did this completely, but Torchlight in my nostalgia and what I would want a new Torchlight to be is like, hey, look, here's one of those games. We're just going to throw a whole bunch of crazy abilities at you, so you're constantly proccing stuff and it's going crazy. There's not really a grind, so you're just constantly leveling up. And there's a whole bunch of really nice quality of life touches, like a pet that will go back to town and sell stuff for you, so you don't have to constantly hop back and forth. Like, I want that type of design ethos in Diablo, where it's just like, hey, we're not going to hold anything back. We're just going to let you go crazy, go hog wild, whatever you want to do. We're just going to constantly enable that and make the numbers go bigger and bigger all the time. You know, that's what I want from one of these games.
I feel like if they announced like an arcade Diablo, I feel like it would be like that, and that'd be really fun. Of like, or like the Why
Should do a
haven't they made
StarCraft Diablo.
Why haven't they made a Vampire Survivors Diablo yet? I feel like that'd be really good.
That is Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, but why haven't they made a Diablo one? That's what I'm saying.
But it basically is.
I know, but why haven't they said, "Hey, this thing's successful. We have an IP that fits into this," and made it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying Blizzard should make a Diablo.
Why hasn't Blizzard done it?
I heard it as Vampire Survivors should make a Diablo. Like
No.
That's what
I'm saying. There should be a Vampire Survivors.
Right.
Diablo. Yeah.
You're right.
That would play really well. And then finally, I swear this is the last one. In between editing and streams and stuff, I've been playing, or at my computer, I've been playing Cinecross, which is a Picross nonogram run-based game where you are fighting creatures and bosses by filling out nonograms, Picross. And you get like abilities to do things.
Is it,
and it's really
is this,
fun. It was on Steam Next Fest
about
last year, I think.
Or did I
So you might have seen it.
I think I put it in the Discord.
I heard this from Giant Bomb stream, but it might have been in Discord before. It looks very much like that game where you go around the route on the outside that came out a couple of years
12
ago.
days ago. February 7th, 1:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. OMG from Think Gibson, Cinecross.
Oh my god. And when did I buy it?
And not until February 11th,
11th.
at least. You piece of shit. How fucking... I know you got new friends, and you're all hoity-toity about it.
But I swear, that's where I saw it. I would have remembered it. I would have remembered.
But it's good. Should I buy this?
Yeah, it's fun so far. I'm having a good time. It's I don't know if it's quite the way I want to play Picross, but it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Like you're not making images and stuff.
I'm only at 60% on the Konami Pixel Puzzle New Game Plus, but I'm slowing down. So I do think I've been playing on my 3DS. I still want Picross, but something else, you know.
Anyways, those are all the games I've been playing. It's been it's been 4 weeks because we had Game of the Year, so that's why I have so many games to talk about. And so many more to play. Like I installed Star Wars Empires at War and Stellaris today. I got so much
thinking about Empires at War yesterday. I've never played it.
I've never played it either, and people are like, it's good. There's like a whole revamp thing for it. But I don't know if I'm gonna play with that. Anyways, those are the games we've been playing. Let's move on and get through this Game of the Year discussion section. Retro Game of the Year. We're going all the way back, folks. Get in your time capsules. We're chugging all the way back to the year of our Lord, 2023. That's right, folks. 22 years after Advance Wars was delayed. We're here to talk about video games. Ian Gibson.
Did I update the grid? I think you got it in front of you in OBS,
yes,
right?
Yes, you did update it. We added
the orange box.
The orange box.
Yes.
2007.
Yes, I remember now.
And I was going to pick a different year this year, and I went, well, we got to do some of the more recent ones.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost halfway.
Almost halfway.
Be what, game number 12.
We should pick 2. Why aren't we picking 2 per episode?
We pick 3 per episode. Oh, no, you mean years.
2 years.
Well, we're halfway through.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
I'll go first since you just talked a bunch.
Thank you.
2023, very recent. What I love about this being so recent is that I was able to go back to our Game of the Year list and look at my top 10 list and remind me of what was on there. So there's a lot of games that are great. Splatoon 3, great game. I think the Splatoon franchise is honestly a little underrated. It is hard. It is very rare nowadays to have a AAA game series be incredibly unique, but also very successful and continuously improve sequel to sequel and be very, very good. And that's what Splatoon is. Like literally the only problem I can think of with Splatoon 3 is that it's the same problem with Splatoon 2. It didn't have the Miiverse in it. Mm-hmm. because I was on the Wii U only, you know, like that's the only downside. It's great. It's so much fun. I can't wait for Splatoon 4. and I've talked about this before, where I would love, my only problem with these games is that I'm not great at shooters on a controller, and Splatoon 3 is a controller where you are constantly aiming all over the place. And so I don't really like the gyro aim. That's just a me thing. I would love to play one of these games with mouse and keyboard. And so I'm excited to see Splatoon 4. So Splatoon 3, I just got to shout out. That franchise deserves all the shout outs whenever I can. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Sorry. Marvel's Possessive Spider-Man. Spider hyphen capitalized man. Oh, you're right. No, there's no colon. Spider-Man doesn't have a colon. I played a little bit of Spider-Man 2. I didn't play a lot of it. But again, it's a great sequel. I think they do a great job of they still have something very unique there. It still feels fantastic. They brought in Miles after doing Miles Morales as a separate thing, and so it kind of expands the game. You've got Brooklyn, which expands it as well. And it's just more, bigger, better, right? And I think anytime a sequel does that, they deserve some praise. So it's also PS5 exclusive, which the previous one was not, and that wasn't necessarily a problem. But folks, PS5 can use all the exclusives it can get, which is wild to say the end of a console life. But yeah, it still needs exclusives. And next gen titles in general, games that look like next gen.
I like you saying the previous one was not. Like, why wasn't Marvel Spider-Man 1 a PS5 exclusive? It
was PS4.
No, I know. Because it was earlier.
Yeah. I wasn't doing a good job of saying we don't have a lot of like next gen games that look and feel like, holy shit, this is next gen.
Agreed.
Spider-Man 2 is one of them. Death Stranding 2 is another one as well. Hi-Fi Rush, very cool, very unique little rhythm game. Got a lot of character. Even though it comes from an established studio, it feels like an indie game because it's just like, we're going to do something a little crazy. We're going to do something a little out there, but we're going to put our heart and soul into it in this little project and do it all up and pop it out there. And that's always cool to see. Shadows of Doubt. Remember this game? Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a great little game. I've been thinking about going back too, because it's been a couple of years. It's been 3 years. That game, I'll echo what we said at the time, which is that like there's all these games that are like, oh, we have a real world. Like people will go to work. Look, it's a crowd of people doing things. Those are lies. They are lying to you. Mm-hmm. Shadows of Doubt is not. Like each person in that world has a job, they have a home, they have a routine, they go back and forth, they have an office, and it's all fucking there for you. And then they generate crimes in that world and you have to figure it out. And it's so fucking good. Shadows of Doubt, incredible game.
I'm just looking at the Steam page quick, and they released a modifiers thing in September where you can have, that immortal snail, if it touches you, you die instantly. It's like always following you. They added that, so that's a modifier. They added Rat Detective, where you play as a rat. You're only 10 centimeters tall. You climb on walls and ceilings. You sneak past people and make less noise. But if you're spotted, they'll try to stomp on you. There's one where you're a world famous detective, so people are constantly chasing you down for your autograph. There's a film noir, permadeath. There's a house arrest one. I don't know what these are. A gambling debt. That's very funny.
We gotta go back to this game.
It's very good.
It's so good. It also I'll echo what I said at the time, which is that I've always thought I would be a good detective, but Shadows of Doubt is such a good detective simulator that I've realized I would not be a good detective, and it's like, because you'd be like, you're either like, I have the crime figured out, and you start chasing it and you like pull leads and you put down the info and they're like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Like, no, none of that's right. Or you're just like, or you're just stuck where you're just like, I don't fucking know what to do. I don't know where the leads, where the clues. I don't fucking know I don't know what to do next. I chased everything down.
It made you realize you'd be a bad detective, but a good ICE agent.
Yes, exactly. Let me just arrest all of them and shoot the ones that complain. Yeah. But my game of the year was also my game of the year 2023. I was thinking about this just the other day. Baldur's Gate 3. Incredible video game. There's three things I'll talk about that really hit me top notch. Number one is that I am constantly astounded at the way in which they were able to put D&D 5th edition into a video game. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but there are so many games that have tried to do that and failed. And in the old CRPG days, you would see it more often, and it wasn't that crazy. But it's something. It's a craft that we have lost. You know, to be able to take a D&D and fully put that into a game, to the extent that, you know, there's plenty of people who never played D&D, played Baldur's Gate 3, loved it, and then switched over to the table and started a D&D campaign or joined a D&D campaign because they're able to pick it up right away. And it's so awesome to see that. The second thing is just the amount of like choices and variety in this game. Just different. It's, you know, it's not. It almost feels like a sandbox game. It's weird. Like we know it's not a sandbox game, right? It's not the type of game where there's a physics system and the physics system is like, you can do whatever you want and the game will dynamically react to it. It's not dynamically reacting. It's a lot of it's scripted, right? But they have sat down and said, okay, there's going to be like a bajillion different branches, because if they did this quest here, then they're going to be friends with this guy. And that means in this later conversation, they could bring that guy up and that guy is friends with this guy. So then this guy's going to be friends with it, which means they'll get through this door and they'll be in this back area in this type of storyline now. And they have just thought through so many of those that they've created something that feels like a sandbox, even though it's completely constructed and scripted. And that's crazy to me, the ways in which you could take different routes and different methods through all these different locations, but still feel like you are in the quote unquote main line. At no point do you feel like, this was not the supported through line, so now I'm kind of in this gray area where things are half broken, half working, but I'm going to keep playing the game. You know, it never feels like that. It always feels like you're on the main line. And then the third thing is just the characters. They have so many banger characters in this game. Like if you think about a great game and you're like, oh yeah, that character that everybody loved. This is like Baldur's Gate 3. The question is which character, because there's like so many characters that people love in this game, and there's differences of opinion. Like I hate Asterion, the fucking vampire. He showed up, immediately tried to bite me in the middle of the night, and I said, get the fuck out of my camp. And he was gone the rest of my game, completely gone. Other people loved him the rest of the game. I talked about this at the time, but I was thinking about it the other day and how fucking wild it is where we played this game for the first time on stream, and I came across Will, not you, Will, but the other Will. I think his name's Will. Not me. Who's the sorcerer. And I was like smitten. I was like, this is a very handsome man. And I was like, you're going to be my boyfriend. And it took a couple hours, but yeah, I put the moves on him and we started dating, and it was great. And then we got towards the middle of Act 2, and I was in the shower one day, and I was just like, I got to play Baldur's Gate 3. And I literally was like, man, what am I going to do about Will? Like, I feel like the spark is gone. Like, I just don't, he's kind of an idiot. Like, I don't feel about him the same way that I felt when we first met. And then I literally had to stop myself and be like, wait a minute, he's a fucking video game character. Like, I was thinking about him and my relationship with him as a real thing and a real person that I needed to deal with in a real way. And I had to stop myself and remember, hey, he's a video game character. You don't have to get this serious about it, buddy. Yeah. And that's fucking wild to me that happened. Just incredibly well written characters and story. So yeah, it's got to be Baldur's Gate 3 for me. I thought going back, maybe I'd revise it, but as soon as I saw that and thought about it and the other games on the list, nothing against the other games on the list, but it's like Baldur's Gate 3, in retrospect, still a fucking high mark of gaming for sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, sure. You can have it.
Okay, you can talk about your games.
I feel strongly. I didn't prepare anything. If I'm thinking back on it now, so I have Alan Wake 2 here, which is a fantastic video game. I really enjoyed Alan Wake 2. Great storytelling, great combination of FMV and video game, and really like taking video games as an art form to an entirely different level, and making it its own thing. Like, it is a thing that would not be possible except in video game form, which was great. Armored Core 6, a game one sicko Jake got me into. I fought Balteus so many times, and then I finally beat him, and then I beat the rest of the game and played it a bunch. And I've always wanted to go back in, but I don't. Someday on a deserted island, I will play through Armored Core 6 again, because it's a fantastic video game. It didn't quite make me understand how in every video game, if there's too much putting things on the person, I clam up and I have no idea what any of it means, and I stopped playing that game. And this didn't quite get there. Even though I did Google some builds, it didn't quite get there. And then Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda. It's how many times? I mean, they made a better version of Breath of the Wild with the same map still, adding 2 more maps into that same location. And what's the Rise Up ability? That's all I have to say. That ability should be in every video game for the rest of the history of the world, because simply just rising up through the ground to get out of the place you're in is so much fun and awesome, and it's a great game. But I couldn't decide between any of these ones, and I don't feel like arguing. So, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, which is a game I stopped as soon as I got to Baldur's Gate, is the last time I played that game.
Same. Hey, but to be fair, it was like 60 hours into the game. Like, that's
true. I really want to finish it. I think someday I will, but I don't think that's anytime soon. There's a lot of games that I'm like, I'd come back to this if someone's like, I want to play this. Like Diablo 2, I'd play if someone was like, I want to play this with you. Or Baldur's Gate 3. Or if someone's like, hey, we're I don't know. Here's an I don't know.
Thank you, but no.
Whatever they do next. I mean, Divinity I'm looking forward to. So I guess we can be happy about that. But yeah, I'm fine giving Baldur's Gate 3 Game of the Year 2023. I guess I'll choose the follow-up, which I'll do
we get to choose 2 follow-ups.
That's true.
You choose one follow-up, and the third one we should I do feel like, I mean, we should, man. Sorry, I'm just looking at the list we have here. I was about to say, both of them should come from your list, but I think the only one from my list that I would also kind of fight for is, I think Shadows of Doubt is still.
Yeah, I can do that.
It did not pop as much as it should have. It's not a perfect game. It's got problems, but it's so unique.
I'll let you do that one. I'll do this one.
I'll do Shadows of Doubt. Okay. I'll talk out loud while I'm typing. I'm going to say, I
don't know, Alan Wake 2. I'm going to say,
I was going to say something that I cannot say. I was going to say best cigarette. No, I was going to say best I was gonna say best cigarette, but I was gonna put it in the British way, and then I was like, no, I can't do that. Like best blank and a whiskey or something.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? I'll do best smoke and a whiskey.
I'm trying to think of one for Alan Wake. I was gonna do.
Is it best dance sequence?
Oh, I was gonna do best moody guy.
Best moody writer or something.
Yeah. That game looks really good too. I should play that game on PC. I bet it looks fantastic on my PC.
Alan Wake 2?
Yeah.
It did look great.
It looked really good on Xbox, but it was suffering a little bit. I bet it would look awesome. Do I own it? Did I buy that through work? I hope so.
Maybe through Epic.
Anyways, no, I only have Alan Wake 1 and 2.
Wait.
Game of the Year 2023. Baldur's Gate 3.
You only have what? You only have Alan Wake 1 and 2?
I have Alan Wake and Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Oh, is what I meant as 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
That's funny. Game of the Year 2023 is Baldur's Gate 3. Best smoke and a whiskey game, Shadows of Doubt. Best moody writer, Alan Wake 2. I should come up with a better one. But I'm okay.
Let's spend some time here, because I remember there's an FBI component as well.
But what's the
maybe it's best control tie-in.
What's the spiral? It's not a circle, it's a spiral. Or what does he say?
A maze. I'll Google it.
I'm looking it up. Fucker. It's I forgot Saga Anderson. Man, that whole town stuff is really good too. I didn't play. Oh, it's not a loop, it's a spiral.
It's a best spiral game.
Oh, that's stupid. You know what? I got a good one. Best.
Folks, he's typing it in. Here it comes. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
I gotta change that. Best
Go ahead
Sam
and
Lake
say it,
Simulator. 4K Sam Lake. Yeah, best Sam Lake
right.
Simulator. Alan Wake 2.
Read it from the top. Read it from the top. What do we got?
Oh my god, again. I'll cut out the first one. Game of the Year 2023 is Baldur's Gate 3. Best Smoke and a Whiskey Game, Shadows of Doubt. And Best Sam Lake Simulator, Alan Wake 2. God, it's good.
Woo!
Woo.
Good year.
Are these your wish list spotlights? Do you want to call those out?
I think I put both of them on here.
I think you did too.
I think the algorithm knows me because I swear every day I'm getting like 3 Steam games on Blue Sky and Twitter that I'm like wish list because they're really good. Pachinko is a pachinko / plinko incremental game. And folks, there's a lot of numbers with dollar signs and they're popping off. And yeah, if you like Peggle or Pachinko and it's got a skill tree, this just looks very, very good. That's Pachinko, Pachincro. Go ahead and wishlist it on Steam. Planned release date Q1 2026. There is a demo out. The other one, I saw this today. It's called Coco Boy, Cocoboy, all uppercase, one word. It is a, quote, 2D puzzle platformer within a 3D retro gaming simulation, which sounds weird, but basically you're in a 3D room with like a retro CRT in front of you, and you put a cart in, and it becomes a 2D platformer that you're playing. But then it looks like you can do stuff around the room, like go to your laptop and get on the Coco Boy forums and buy extra carts or mods and expansions for your cart, and then you take that back to the CRT, put that in, and that changes or modifies the 2D platformer that you're playing. So it is a 2D puzzle platformer within a 3D retro gaming simulation, so exactly cool. Like they say. Yeah, so this comes out 2026. There is a demo disc out right now. But yeah, this looks very cool. It's so many great ideas on Steam right now. Go check that out, Coco Boy.
Perfect. That is the wish list spotlight. Go check those out. And folks, I'm gonna hit the button. We're gonna get the heck out of here. We will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern.
That's right, for the finale of Roblox with sickos like me.
Finale. I will hopefully be there. I think I'll be there. I will be there. Subpixelfilms.com is where you can find all of our content. I've been your host, Will Crosby. That's been Ian Gibson. We've got Steam Next Fest coming up next week. We're going to be going through that. And we've got Ian's working on some stuff to do with some leftover footage from some things we've shot before, which is super fun. We've got people working on videos in the background now, so that'll also be very cool. Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to do in 2026. Hopefully Ian finishes his bathroom so we can all shit in it in November.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Folks, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.